And good evening, my friends out there on the social webs and interwebs. Terry Brock here, and I want to share some thoughts with you tonight about an important lesson for entrepreneurs and something that I've been working at for a while now. I want to share it with you, just entrepreneur to entrepreneur, and that is the importance of learning another language, learning that and what it's like. Now, I've been working with a system that I've used for a little while now, and I want to share it with you and let you see the kind of things that I'm doing and how it's working. But before we get to that, what I want to show you is it's starting to get dark here. Lately, it's been getting dark at night in Orlando. It just does that. And this is what it looks like right now. Matter of fact, you can even see the reflection of the light on the window there. Do you see that? Here, let me bounce in here just a little bit so I can watch this with you. But that's what it looks like right now off our balcony and the lake. And some of you that have seen this before, well, here, let me get this, some of these things out of the way here. We can get that. You see the name there. We're going to delete that. But I wanted to zoom in here a little bit on what we're looking at. And by the way, if you're watching there in the comments, let me know. I've asked you this before. Some of you might know already. What is this that we're zooming in on here? That is live, by the way. This is not a picture. This is not a video. This is live, what we have as it starts getting dark right now. If you're looking at that and you're seeing it and you're going, oh, I think I've seen some of that before, you will know what that is. Whoops, Terry's got to stop hitting the camera here. I'm using my Panasonic to zoom in on that. It's tied into my eCam. And there we go. Zoom in on that. That's what it looks like right now. And that, my friends, is Universal Studio in Orlando. And that is Hogsworth. That's right, Harry Potter's world. So that's what we're looking at right now. As you can see, it's getting dark, and I predict it will get even darker as it wears on. But so for right now, what we'll do is we'll come back here, and I want to get a chance to talk with you about what I've been using and the benefits of it. I find it really exciting to know another language. Matter of fact, if you're using a tool or you're working with another language, let me know. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what language that might be, how you're doing. I'm currently studying Spanish, and along with a couple others too. I still love my Russian language. I speak a little bit. Я говорю немного по-русски. I speak a little Russian. And yo hablo poquito español. So I speak a little Spanish, and I want to do that. And then working also on English. That's an important language for me to learn. I need to do that. And a long way to go. But I've been using this. I wanted to share with you the benefits of using something like this and how you can work with it. Let me bounce over here to my iPad, which is playing the DuoLingo that I've used. And DuoLingo is a great little tool. It gives me the ability to do a lot with it. As you see, it's got many different lessons here that you can go through, and I've completed some of these. Matter of fact, over here at the top, you'll see the 408. They're above the word intro, and that means today has been my 408th day straight on a streak of working with it every day for 408 days, working on that, staying with it, and doing something. You usually do it with DuoLingo. Sometimes I've actually used another little tool too, so we'll do it that way. And then it's got some other things here. But I want you to see what this is like and some of the benefits that you'll have from that. And we're going to talk about those kind of things. But first, before we get into that, what I want to do is share with you some of the tools that are available for using this. The thing that we're using right now is a little tool that I love called Restream. They're a sponsor of this, and they give me the ability, and will give you the ability also, to send your message out to social media to up to 30 different platforms. You think, whoa, Nelly, 30 platforms? That is a lot. Well, yeah, you can go to, like right now, I'm going to a few different groups on Facebook, going to Twitter, going out to LinkedIn Live, heading over to YouTube, and having fun with it. Matter of fact, what I'm doing also here, let me show you. I'm going to just take you right behind the scenes right now. I'm going to click on my other camera here. There's a camera on the other side, but let me show you what I'm doing. I am taking this, and while I'm broadcasting it, I'm monitoring over here. Look at that. That's me in the past. That's the past of about 15, 20 seconds ago. Notice that? Whoops, it's running away here. And what I'm doing is I'm using this to monitor what's going on, something that you might want to do, and I would encourage you to do when you're working with a particular software or doing something. Keep monitoring it. But you see, I'm using this, and because of Restream, I can go out to all these different platforms at the same time. And not only that, I can do it simultaneously. Yeah, yeah, work with me on this, okay? So we can go out to that. And I think that's nice. The real advantage is you get a chance to go to your customers where they are, not just where you are, like, hey, everybody, I'm going to be over here on this platform. Come over and see me. No, you just go over there and go, hi, I'm coming to you. And here we are. So a really, really nice little tool. And by the way, if you sign up for that, you're going to get a $10 credit if you use that bit.ly Restream for you. You see that on there, right there? We can move that over here on this side of the screen as well. See, it's Restream for you. Whoops, I'll get out of the way here. I know, the graphic is moving around. It's a Restream for you, and it gives you that ability. But also, here's another little thing I want to give to you as well on this. What you can do is I put together a special training session, no charge to you. You go over to bit.ly Restream Live Studio. There's an R, L, and S in there that are capitalized, and it's treated as one word. And that'll show you how you can use this in the real world, how you can use it for sending out information through their live stream, and they've done a really good job with it. So check out that and look into it. Another thing that we mentioned before, I'd love to hear your comments on it as we move here, is Clubhouse and what Clubhouse can do for you. I'm looking at that more and more, and just as a side note, if you're working with that, let me know what your experience has been, what you think of it, how it's working for you, and we can go from there. So right now, let's go back here to DuoLingo. And DuoLingo, I wanted to let you see what it's like, the kind of possibilities that it has and what it can do. But even before we get into that, one of the things that's really nice about learning a language, it bonds you with people when you know their language, even if you only know a few words. A few weeks ago, I made a presentation to a group in Latin America, Mexico, and down in Central, South, Latin America and South America. Got a chance to talk with them. I could stumble through a few little words of Spanish, and they were so kind and gracious to accept me, even with my stumbling Spanish. And it was really good. When I go out to another country, like for instance, go over to Thailand, I would want to learn how to say some kap kup kram, to say thank you for them in their language. I find that learning another language is really, really important. Matter of fact, if you go to New York, you want to learn the language there, like, hey, how you doing? What you doing? Hey, forget about it, okay? Or something like that. You could learn how to do it. But learning how to use another language can be very, very helpful and give you a competitive advantage as an entrepreneur, or as I like to say, an agorapreneur. An agorapreneur, of course, is one who believes in the idea of freedom and liberty, and someone who works as an entrepreneur to create abundance peacefully around the world. Peaceful is the key term there. Peaceful and voluntarily. We like everything being voluntary. And one of the voluntary things we do is language. So let me bounce over here to DuoLingo again and show you some of the things that are possible with this and how they put this together. I particularly like it right here. Like, for instance, if I wanted to go, oh, let me see, what are one of these that could be really good? How about travel? Travel's always kind of fun. They give you, first of all, some tips, and then you can get started. So with the tips, it's kind of like the learning part of it, the language. They go, oh, okay, now this is what you say, like in Spanish here. You can say, nosotros estamos en el parque. And so I'm going to tap here.
Nosotras estamos en el parque.
So you hear that and what the sound is like, and make sure that that sound is coming through strong enough for you there. I better come up here to this right here. Here we go. There we are, and this will let you make sure you can hear it. I like the way that they do that on DuoLingo, because DuoLingo gives you that ability to, well, to get a lot done, to let you make sure that you are hearing the sounds as they should be.
Nosotras estamos en el parque.
Nosotros estamos en el parque. So we are in the park. And right here, el hospital.
El hospital está en la ciudad.
The hospital is in the city. And the nice thing about it is if you listen to that over.
El hospital está en la ciudad.
And over.
El hospital está en la ciudad.
And over.
El hospital está en la ciudad.
To the point where a human being would just say, I'm tired of doing it, but you're using it with a machine, well, then that gives you a little bit more options, because a machine will keep repeating it over and over. And I find that by going through that repetition, we learn a lot. That helps us. So what they're doing here in DuoLingo, you see they're giving you a little lesson beforehand so you can understand, okay, these are the phrases, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to hear, like for instance, you can look at the airplane taking off. I want to go to the airport in the morning. It sounds like this in Spanish.
Quiero ir al aeropuerto en la mañana.
Quiero ir al aeropuerto en la mañana. And so that's kind of nice. And for me, and then you want to start the lesson, you just tap down here on the bottom, And notice what it does. It shows you these lessons that it puts together, and it gives you a chance to
Yo no quiero ir
experiment.
a Cuba contigo.
Oh, I missed that because I was talking. Let me hear it again.
Yo no quiero ir a Cuba contigo.
So, yo no quiero ir a Cuba contigo. So what does that mean? And you've got the words down below that you can choose down here and say, well, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to take a guess here. I think it says, I don't or do not, where's not on there? Not, there it is. Do not and want, because I know the quiero is I want, and so no quiero means I don't want to go, here we go, to go with you, because that's contigo, and to Cuba. And by the way, it's kind of like I don't want to go to Cuba with you, and I don't want to go with you to Cuba. I'm going to change it around the other way. We'll put it here, to Cuba. Whoops. Want to, let's see, Terry's trying to get this together here. Whoops. To go to Cuba with you. I want, oh, well, you see, when you punch the wrong words in there, it does it the wrong way. Now, I do not want to go, there we are, to Cuba with you. There we are. And so you might not want to go to the language part with me, but eventually we get it right, and it works really well. Then I check that. Notice down here in the lower right corner, I can press on check. And it gives that little ding, nice job, so you can see that, and it lets you see what's going on there. And then I click on continue over here on this, and I see Barcelona is not close, so I can go from there. And all of that fits together into a very nice little package. So I would encourage you to look into the possibilities of learning another language. As an entrepreneur, it can give you some real serious benefits to connect with other people and to learn more. I find more than anything, it's a really rich environment. And it's such a wonderful thrill inside when you can go to a country and you can speak with someone. Like, for instance, I studied Russian a little bit in undergraduate school for 1 year. And so I can walk up to someone and go, Здравствуйте, как вы поживаете сегодня? Hello, how are you doing today? And I can say that, and it gives a bonding that's so much more. Now, I've got a long, long way to go. And I find that practice really does help make perfect. So we've got to stay with it, keep working with it. And if you're working on a language, I would encourage you to continue with that. Find ways that you can help others, find ways that you can reach out and be able to do even more. Well, I look forward to hearing from you. Many of you, I know, get this on recording, so whatever platform you're getting this on, by all means, take a look at it. And the nice thing about it, by the way, is because we're using Restream, hey, Restream gives us the ability to do a whole lot with that. So look into Restream.io. As a matter of fact, use that little bit.ly there. You can get $10 credit. There's a free program. You get it for free. And then if you decide to upgrade, you're going to get $10 credit off, which is really nice when you move forward. And that will help you as you move forward into other areas, working on languages and more. Hey, I'll look forward to hearing from you in the future on other live streams and other work that we do. Thank you very much for joining.